Y'all want to hear a story, the whole story, nothing but the truth, so help me God? I'll tell you the truth. This is how the story begins. This is how my target began. It happened years ago, a long time ago. I want to say 7 years ago when it started happening. When my baby mother, when I got her situated, got her into a home, she was able to bring her daughter over. And basically able to get her daughter back after she abandoned her daughter for a few years. So what happened was they started using me and started doing everything to try to mess with me. Her daughter would call me crazy names, call me out my names, call me stupid. I used to get the girl anything she wanted when she was a child. And this was 7 years ago. And then the girl was just so disrespectful. I just stopped talking to her. I just started living my normal life with my children. This girl dropped my 2-year-old baby. She dropped her. She picked her up and dropped her literally right on her head. And my baby mother did nothing about it. So that's kind of when I kind of like was, damn, this girl just abandoned her firstborn child. We got new kids and she don't even care about my child. That's when I was like, wow, something ain't right. So eventually, she was only down here temporarily. So to make a long story short, she eventually went back to with her dad because her dad, I guess, took the kid because he knew that my baby mother was an unfit mother. But I ended up having children with her. But I ended up getting them a place. And like I said, so she started coming back and visiting more. And throughout the whole process, I was having problems with my employer too. So for example, like I would stand up to my employer. Make a long story short, like they used to put me in dirty trucks, filthy trucks, no air conditioning, just straight disgusting trucks. 4 years ago, this what happened. When COVID started, I ended up, just having a lot of problems with them, man. I used to like, man, y'all guys got to give us some AC. Y'all going to kill us, man. It's so hot in this truck. So they ended up getting us some air conditioning. And one day I got in the truck and I almost died. Like my lungs completely stopped. When I mean my lungs completely stopped, like I literally pulled over on the highway and called the ambulance and I passed out. I almost died, literally. And so I go to the ambulance. They tell me everything's fine. And this was around when COVID started. They told me I didn't have COVID. So I was like, okay, so I don't know. Maybe it's fine. I'm good. So I took a few days off and I went back to work. Everything was good. And I was giving this guy a ride home, a coworker. And when I got back to work, everybody was just looking at me so weird. Like, how the hell did he survive that? Because you want to know why? They did something to the vehicle. They poisoned the truck. Something happened to that vehicle. This was like March around COVID, 2021, 2020, I can't remember. But I survived that. And I ended up taking a guy home from work. He allegedly had COVID, and I ended up having COVID. So I was sick for like almost 2 years. So I took 2 years off of work. So in the midst of that, they had employees to come talk to me while I was like home on disability off of having long-term COVID, not being able to breathe off of whatever they had inside their trucks. So let me make a long story short. So I used to meet up with employees that I thought were my friends, and they used to just come and get the drop on me to see what's going on with me. And the whole midst of that, they had people investigating me and stalking me throughout the whole time. So that's just how my investigation started. They tried to kill me. They tried to get me sick in their trucks. I survived it. And then I got back to work, and then they started recording me. They started having cameras in their vehicles, and then they started recording everything that I did. I'm talking about all my conversations. They knew my whole life. They knew what medication I was on. They used to sit there, have private investigators sit there and stare and watch me in my work truck all day. Imagine doing that for 18 months. They knew my whole life. I used to talk to my girl about everything, our bills, our life, everything. It got to the point where they knew, like, this one time I went to go sell my Apple Watch, and they knew I sold my Apple Watch. The next day, the dude randomly asked me, where's your Apple Watch? Out of nowhere. I'm like, what the heck? I just sold it yesterday. How did he know that? And also, in another situation where I bought some shoes, there was some black and pink Nikes that I got from the outlet. I just bought them. They were cheap and they were cool. And this dude was like, hey, man, I got the same shoes. They cost $35, right? I was like, what? How does this guy know how much my shoes cost? And they're letting me know within 24 hours after something happened. That's when I know something was right. But I never thought nothing of it. So then my job started messing with my paycheck. They started messing up my hours. I started to complain more. They literally messed my hours up to make my check messed up so I can complain. I called the union. The union didn't care. The union did nothing. At this time, they already had come to terms with the union that they need to get me out of there. But guess what? I did nothing wrong. I went there. I stood on business and I did my job. But let me rewind while I was telling you about the recording. They knew I had problems with my personal life. So one time out of nowhere, this random girl called me. The girl I talked to from like 12, 13 years ago just called me out of nowhere. Started flirting with me, inviting me over to have, you know what? If you know what I mean, just out of nowhere. They went to my past and tried to dig up any information that they can from me. At this point, my family was acting strange. Everybody was acting weird. But I used to go to work, and then there used to be people sitting inside the stalls, literally sitting in the bathroom stalls doing nothing, just waiting for me to come to work and see what I was doing in the bathroom. So at this point, they already knew my whole life story. They ended up teaming up with my family. So I guess they know that I had problems with her daughter that lived with us. The only time she came back with us is when things got bad between me and my baby mother. When we stopped talking for like a few weeks, she would come back. Her dad would randomly go to jail. She's been down here for 2 years already. She's before that she was here for a year and a half. Her dad got locked up, so she had to come back. A year and a half she was down. She was back in Florida, but her dad got locked up, so she had to come back down here. But it's been 2 years. I've been sick. I've been out of work for almost 10 months. But guess what? Her baby dad ain't been to jail yet. But for some reason, every time when me and her got on bad terms, her baby dad got locked up and had to come back. She had to come back down here to Maryland, which is fine. That's her mother. But her mother ended up getting a place. She ended up getting some free housing to where she didn't need me for nothing. So she got her free housing. And within 10 months, 11 months, that's when all this stuff started happening at work. I started getting sick. Now I'm in a situation where I don't even work no more. They eventually got me so sick I had to quit the job. And of course, what happens after that? Baby mom, we don't talk no more. We have nothing. Like, we barely speak at all. She tells my kids I'm a deadbeat and everything. So my employer teamed up with my baby mother to stalk me, to get all the information on me, just to get me to seem like this crazy guy when I'm not. That's my story. So they will record everything. She would curse me out, kick me out the house, do everything. They even got my own mother to turn against me, and she's been involved. So 3 years ago, when it was COVID, it wasn't COVID. It was something that they did to the trucks. You want to know why? The same thing happened 10 months ago. I got in them trucks and I got sick. But guess what? I haven't been right since then, because I've been waking up smelling the same chemicals that was inside the vehicles. I've been getting poisoned, and now I got the whole neighborhood, the CIA after me, everybody after me. You want to know why? Because I've done nothing wrong. They couldn't get nothing on me. They had no choice but to get and try to find dirt on me. And they couldn't find nothing. So you want to know why? Now they target me. Now I'm gang stalked and under 24 surveillance. And these people follow and watch my every move. They teamed up with my family because they wasted so much time and money. My previous job, Giant, all the supervisors there, I'm sure they're live, but if I had some real money or some real duties or some real anything to try to get this stuff situated, but they only mess with you when you know you have nothing and nobody. So now I'm unemployed, and my baby mama's living her best life. She moved her sister and her sister's son in. My daughter just texted me the other day talking about she's in the corner crying and she misses her old life. Her mother sacrificed me with my employer to destroy my life. And now I'm crazy. Now I'm a schizophrenia. But I've been working since I was 16. I'm 35 and I've never been employed. My job was mad that I stood up to them. I stood up for myself like any man would. And I didn't let my baby mother walk all over me. Whenever she tried to fight, argue with me, or beef with me, I would walk out. I would never touch her, put my hands on her. They wanted me in jail for real, but there was nothing they can do. My name is Calvin Mahoney. I'm from Maryland. I'm a targeted individual, and that is my story. And that is why the CIA, the Montgomery County Police, the Northern Virginia Police, I am under MK Ultra, and they are doing anything to kill me and destroy me. Giant Delivery, Teamsters, Local 639 Union, and my own family. You want to know my story? That's my story. They couldn't get no dirt on me. I've been legit, so they made sure they found a way to destroy my life and put me in this program. And now I'm here while this whole neighborhood sits and stalks me every day, all day long. This whole neighborhood. I live off Lewisberry Drive. Montgomery County, horrible community. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even them. It's everywhere I go. Been working my whole life. Never had any issues. But now I'm a schizo, and now I'm crazy, and now I'm a psychopath. Because I stand up for myself and what's right. And now the police stalk me because you want to know why? Because they think I'm going to retaliate and want revenge. Because you want to know why? Who wouldn't want revenge after what you guys did to me? But guess what? If I try to retaliate, then y'all win. That means y'all did your job. Y'all won. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to stay strong and I'm going to do what I got to do for myself. If anybody's being targeted in any type of way, stand strong and do what you got to do. Eventually things will get right. It's been 10 months for me. I don't know what's going to happen, but just stay strong. I'm Calvin Mahoney. That's my story.